Where do viruses fit in the creation? Today, we think of viruses, Latin for poison, only in the context of disease. However, some viruses are involved in a positive function in nature. In fact, the vast majority, less than 10% of viruses, are lethal. Some groups of viruses, like bacteriophages, called phages for short, play a positive role in controlling bacteria in ecosystems and may play a role in diversity to introduce other species all within that life form. Watch this. Another group of viruses play a role in turning off the immune system during pregnancy in mammals and humans. Now, this was an education factor for me. Certain viruses play a key role in turning off some of the immune system during pregnancy. Let's see how that works. Research has shown that the ERV design prohibits the mother's immune system from damaging the child's body. These retroviruses cannot fully replicate and are only expressed in local immune cells of the placenta, thereby preventing them from initiating a full-blown immune response. Thus, the mother's immune system remains competent to respond to other infections, but is specifically prevented from mounting an immune response to the developing embryo, therefore aborting him. Were it not for certain viruses designed to function in this context, you would not have been born, neither would I. So, some special design is going on in all of this. So in creation, the selective ability to turn off the immune system for protection would be a good design. However, since the corruption of creation, the corrupted retroviruses, HIV and various leukemia viruses, turn off the entire immune system, leaving the body open to devastating infections. Bacteria's unique design, pooling resources. I found this to be incredibly interesting from Dr. Georgia Purdom. She said, God created bacteria to perform vital roles in every imaginable environment. Now, let's pause there a second. They play a role in our digestive system to tear apart and digest the pizza that we have, or the barbecue, or the hamburger you had for lunch. Otherwise, you wouldn't get the nutrients and you would die. So they're absolutely necessary. We're going to learn in a moment. These bacteria generate vitamin K that we cannot generate in our bodies. They do it for us. So without these bacteria, we would die. So these bacteria have to function wherever life functions. Every other living system requires these bacteria. Dr. Purdom brought out this fact. God created bacteria to perform vital roles in every imaginable environment. To help them perform these roles, He gave them unique designs to share information so they're prepared for new challenges. If a bacterium that is that big, you can't see it with the unaided eye, were to have all of the information it would need for all the environments it could confront anywhere on Earth, you know how big that bacterium would be? Probably that big. Now you have more bacteria in your body than you have human cells. You have more viruses in your body than you have bacterial cells. We have 100 trillion human cells, more bacterial cells than that, and more viral cells than bacterial cells. Where if it were not for bacterial cells, bacterial living systems, we wouldn't be here, number one. The systems that we have would be so large if they were not designed like this to share information would be so large. You think you're big now. What if you were, if the bacteria were balloon size, let's say basketball size. How many of those do you have in your body? About 20 trillion. What if you had 20 trillion basketballs under your skin? Wouldn't work. So God compensated for that by giving bacteria and viruses a complementary role. Viruses are able to take information from one bacteria to invade another bacteria and share that information, so that under that context, that bacterium is able to fight the job, digest the food, break down the soil, produce the carbon that is necessary, and yet remain so small he can work between the cells of your body.